The world of Sonic Jakks figures is an amazing, if slightly expensive at times, thing to behold. It's amazing a lot of these characters get submerged, and the best part is that these figures sell well. They're constantly out of stock for better or worse, especially when you compare it to the shelves filled with Mario products, which never seem to move. I say all of this because there are still a lot of characters Jakks has yet to release, and while it's cool that a lot of Sonic Heroes fans can rejoice if they manage to score a Neo Metal Sonic figure, us fans of, for example, the IDW comics have to wait a little bit longer. Not too much longer, hopefully, as with the release of the Metal Virus Sonic figure, which kinda sucks that it was a Walmart exclusive, and it being part of a comics collection, that hopefully means we're getting more IDW comic figures. Although, to be honest, I much prefer that if they do release the IDW characters as figures, that it's part of the normal figures and not a subset like this comic collection. That being said, you all probably know from my many videos including her that Whisper is a top tier ask, at least for me. A 4-inch figure of this shy squinting wolf would be absolutely awesome, and she could even come with her Wispin as an accessory. I think one of the main things with her would be frankly whether she would come with a cloth removable cloak or if it would be molded onto her with some sort of articulation, which would be kind of weird. Of course, we can't have Whisper without her best friend Tangle, and that would be the second figure I would want, Tangle. Tangle would be interesting as her main thing is that nice tail of hers, which means she would probably need to have some really well articulated tail action going on. Or heck, it could very possibly be included as the accessory itself. You just gotta manually attach it to her, since, it's a long tail. Keeping up with the IDW characters, you just know Surge is an absolute must-have, as she is very well one of the more popular characters to come from the comic series. And if you want to pair her up with somebody else, you could very easily make a Kit figure, which would make for an adorable figure, granted you don't piss them off. Backing away from IDW momentarily, because I could go on and on with them, we got Vanilla the Rabbit. I think she would be a great addition to the Jakks line, and I trust this one would be a solid possibility, with Jakks bringing in characters that aren't always the most popular or the first ones that spring to mind when thinking about Sonic characters. And just being able to have the awesome family playset of Vector, Vanilla, and Cream would make me happy. Props if they actually make this an actual tree pack, that would be absolutely bonkers and just a funny homage to the pairing that is Vector and Vanilla. Talking a bit more about obscure characters or just ones that would be tough to make, but damn it, I wouldn't be all giddy if they do make them. Sally Acorn and the Freedom Fighters, or Mina Mongoose even. I will die on this hill begging for some sort of acknowledgement or mention of the Freedom Fighters and Sally Acorn. There's no reason besides Sega apparently just hating the ever-loving hell out of these characters to not be made. But no, seriously, I would honestly bet all my money that if they do end up making these characters, Sally Acorn would be one of the more sought after characters, because I know she just definitely has a lot of fans. But yeah, they would definitely be some of the more, easily sought after, more expensive, or just more popular characters overall. Which honestly, given the 35th anniversary is next year, it'd be nice to have an inclusion of a lot of these characters from different Sonic media and timelines. But we'll just have to wait and see what Jakks and Sega cooks up for us next year. Wave, the Swallow, and Storm figures. Let's just go ahead and have a complete set of the Babylon Rogue figures, especially since the extreme gear that came with Jet is so well made, so well molded, that it'd be great to have the others as well. And hell, since I know that Jakks likes to re-release Sonic figures, they could have a Sonic Riders themed Sonic to go with it, including his Blue Star, which is his extreme gear. So that'd be another nice little wave that they could include. Lastly, I think one of the more out there figures that I would absolutely love, and I think would just be absolutely bonkers if Jakks included, would be Tails Doll. Imagine a Tails Doll figure. You got people making Sonic.exe figures out of every single Sonic figure they can get their hands on. And frankly, I was always more of a Tails Doll creepypasta stan, so having, the Tails Doll and Metal Sonic to go with Sonic and Tails, I think that would just be an absolutely crazy thing to have. I think I can honestly picture it in my head, and it would just be so awesome to have the Tails Doll figure. It'd be so awesome to post that thing, like just sort of the corner of your room, just sort of staring at you when you're sleeping. But yeah, that's just a small selection of figures I would like to see Jakks make. I think they have a convention thingy or presentation coming up in the next few days, so hopefully we'll get to see some more of the figures that are coming out. If any of these predictions end up being true, I'll go ahead and make a YouTube video or a short out of it. If you enjoyed this sort of content and want to see more Sonic related videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd highly appreciate it if you also go ahead and leave a like and comment what Sonic figure or character would you like to see Jakks make. That's all for today. I'll see you all next time.